So we are in Columbia, South Carolina at my brother-in-law's house, and the X is gonna destination charge later tonight so we can continue down to the Charleston area. But check out the panels set up here on the roof, and I don't know if you can see, it kind of continues up to the other side of the roof here. And Harris was just telling me about how these are set up, the direction they're facing, the energy that they've been creating. Can you tell me about what made you go into wanting to get solar panels set up here, and how has it been so far having it?
Oh, it's been awesome. I guess my curiosity really was intrigued when I found out we faced due south.
Yeah.
And had a perfect view of the sun all day long.
Yeah.
And just had a really good opportunity with the incentive programs that were out there to capitalize on putting the panels at the house.
Yeah.
But what we have here is a 12 kilowatt system, which produces roughly $225 to $250 of power a month equivalent.
Wow.
And our goal was to try to get a house that got to zero, where we weren't really producing excess or having to buy power.
Yeah.
And this has been my first month actually having them. So today's the cycle date, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. So we might actually get to see the bill before you leave.
That's awesome.
If there is a bill.
Yeah.
But
that's wonderful. And as far as having these put up here, was it a simple process for the techs to do it, or was it a long sort of a setup? And how do they maintain it? Is there service involved?
Yeah, fantastic question. So these things have next to no maintenance. I was naturally intrigued and helped install them when we were doing it. And they went on, there were 4 roofers that helped, that really did it, and I was participating with them. The whole thing took about 6 hours.
Wow.
To install all the panels. And I was shocked when I realized they only weigh about 25 to 30 pounds.
That's incredible.
A piece. I assumed they'd be a lot heavier. But, probably the most challenging part of the whole system was just having the infrastructure in place, just making sure everything was where we needed it. But all in all, the warranty on them is 25 years.
Okay.
They're supposed to have 95% of their performance
after 25 years?
After 25 years. So
that's better than my Tesla's battery. That's pretty impressive.
That's yet to be seen.
Yeah.
So we'll be revisiting this when we're a little older.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll be climbing on the roof in 25 years.
Probably not. Yeah,
so this is showing the power output of each panel just today. It's pretty neat to see the correlation.
Yeah.
The days that we didn't have any real rain and it was sunny, the output on the panels is higher.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. About 40 kilowatt hours. So that'll give you about 150 miles of driving in the Model S and X.
That's such a neat way to think about it.
150 miles of driving every single day just from your roof.
I did get on the list for a Tesla battery.
Yeah, the Powerwall.
The Powerwall. And this would give us the ability to integrate that into our system before it came to the meter.
Mm-hmm.
The way this setup works is the power comes from the roof to this meter, which is the small meter.
Okay.
And then this meter tracks sheer power output. So this was put in about 3 weeks ago, and it tells you what type of meter it is.
Yeah.
Which
it
it'll
says
flash.
671 kilowatts is
what it's made to date.
From 3 weeks ago.
Right. So this is a one-way meter. It just tracks power coming through straight from the solar system.
Okay.
Then from this panel, our power company here requires a disconnect.
Okay.
And then it goes into this bidirectional meter, which tracks the power in from the power company and the power in from the solar panels and the power we're sending back. So the next screen that's about to come up on this meter is our power consumption for the month, which is 26 kilowatt hours. So that's what we've actually purchased from the power company.
In an entire month.
Yeah, now the next one, number 4, is 2 kilowatt hours. So there have been enough moments in time to where we've produced more power than we were consuming and sold 2 kilowatt hours.
Okay.
So the cycles today, so for the month, we will be right around 22 to 23 net kilowatt hours.
Okay.
At 13 cents a kilowatt hour. So I think we'll pay more in fees on the bill
Yeah.
than power itself.
Didn't actually?
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
think we'll use $3 of power
Okay.
and probably have $15 to $20 of fees.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
If you can, that's awesome. The simplicity does blow your mind away. It's just
You
these
know,
two panels here and the panels on the roof.
Well, the simplicity of it is very surprising to me, given what you would expect.
Yeah.
And then when I was looking at the installer configuring it yesterday, how many brands of panels there are, it makes no sense to me why this has taken so long for people to adopt.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just not that much to it.
Yeah. But as far as the cost of getting it put up and how many years that would take to recoup.
So the way the program works here, you get a 30% federal tax rebate
Mm.
on the cost of the system. That includes the panels, the inverters, any additional power requirements you had to put in your house to accommodate the solar generation,
Yeah.
and then any additional structural work you did to support it. And then South Carolina offers 25% paid out in $3,500 increments over 10 years.
Mm.
But the federal government gives it all to you in 1 year. So when we did the math, I think our system takes 5.5 to 6 years to pay for itself.
Okay.
So the best way I could relate this for people to think about is most people keep a car 5 to 6 years.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So if you were given the option, which you wouldn't even worry about in a Tesla, but in a gas-powered vehicle,
Yeah.
to pay your whole fuel bill for 1 year up front and have the next 5 to 6 be free,
Yeah.
would you do it?
Yeah. Of course.
Because if
It's
you're essentially if you're gonna live in a house and have a mortgage for 30 years, and you're paying 6 years up front to get the next 24 to 25 for free, most people would say, yeah, I would do it.
that's a
The
fascinating
challenge
way to
is
think
just
about it.
staying
too.
there.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta stay long enough to get the benefit out of it, because
Yeah.
I think the one challenge in having solar on a house is most people don't have a value assigned to it when they're coming to buy a house.
Yeah.
So I think if you have two houses sitting next to each other and one has no power bill and the other has a power bill, that wouldn't get weighed into the equation.
Does it
The
increase
purchase
the
price.
resale value, the purchase,
So
the value of the
that's-
house?
That's yet to be seen.
Yeah.
And we're not moving, so
Yeah.
not by choice.
So we're back inside at my brother-in-law's place, and we've got a NEMA 1450 plug. And yep,
It
no,
holds right
it's
away.
right. Yeah, no, I was
All
telling Harris they installed it
Here we go.
correctly. Oh my gosh, that joke gets everyone, because that one would grab you and not let you go. That's
220 would be a
Yeah.
concrete floor.
That
yeah, you
one.
got
That one will wake you
I can't
up.
help myself. Okay. Let's see what work with that. There we go.
There you go. It's charging. It's green.
You look on the screen in the car, I'll tell you what it's getting.
Oh yeah. So so you'll actually see it's starting to populate the amperage. It'll get it's set to get 40 of the 50 amps. To safely pull 50 amps, you want to get 80% of it.
Okay.
So it automatically knows that, so it pulls 40 amps right there. And it'll populate how many miles per hour. At 40 amps, it typically will get up to about 27 or so miles per hour of charge per hour.
Right.
So it'll tabulate the time. Right now we have 89 miles, and we're going to charge up to about 250 miles.